bags, we used to buy 5,500. But the ones we are producing now is as low as 1,800 to 900.
Poultry is another area of farming which Kumashi has branched into. This section is not as full as it normally is for now.
We sold our stock in order to make room for new ones at Brink, because they had reached their peak of laying, and the production reduced, so we had to dispose of them.
This is the premises of Qualicare Environmental Solution Limited at Chukuku Village in Kuje Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Their name may not give away their line of production, but it's for a good cause.
The name Environmental Solution is that we are providing a lot of environmental solutions. So yogurt production is a kind of providing solution to the environment. We are part of the environment. It's not environment as in the sense of environmental cleaning or something like that. So the term environmental solution is a kind of holistic, all-inclusive solution. So but in the aspect of beverages.
Making yogurt requires a lot of milk. In their case, they prefer powdered milk.
Why we use powdered milk is that it's within reach. It's either you rear a cow to be able to express cow's milk to do it. It's difficult in this part of the world. So what we do is to use powdered milk, and put it through fermentation.
There's also water as a very important component of the yogurt.
We don't use raw water to treat to do our beverages. We use treated water. And for us to break even, we don't have to be buying treated water. So we have water treatment plants. That is outside, but it's linked into the production room. So we get water from the municipal system, even though they claim they have treated their water, the municipal water, but we still treat it. So we treat it outside, and the linkages here you can see send treated water into the treatment. No, that is water purification. We pass it through filter systems. Then the filter systems are linked with UV light. The function of UV light is to kill microorganisms. Any microorganism that escape the facilities outside, then when it's passing through the UV light, it will kill it and make the water safe. So before we tap the water and use it for our beverages.
The semi-automatic filling machine and the capping machine are the bloodline of the production, and they give credit to the contribution of the Bank of Industry. A bit of housekeeping now. BOI Weekly Crew and Channels Television congratulate the new Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Bank of Industry, Mr. Rashid Olaoluwa.
I'm soliciting all your support.
It's a new era at the Bank of Industry as Mr. Rashid Adejari Olaoluwa takes over the reins of leadership as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer. A seasoned banker, he's armed with his experience as a Group Chief Executive Officer of UBA Capital PLC, a Pan-African asset management and investment banking group. Still in UBA, he was once the Executive Director of the bank, where he played a key role in its expansion into the 18 countries in sub-Saharan Africa within 3 years. Now, as he resumes at the Bank of Industry, he has already made some observations, one of which is that before now, government agencies have been working separately towards the implementation of the various federal government plans and programs for industrialization. This, from his point of view, is a reason for the minute impact of these programs on the economic life of citizens, as well as just 5.5 trillion naira contribution to the 510 trillion naira being the figure of Nigeria's GDP after it's been rebased. His approach is therefore that all agencies involved in industrialization of the economy must be in constant communication and coordination in carrying out their responsibilities.
I think for us to make progress, we need to implement better, and we also need to coordinate ourselves. So, and it's actually something that will go beyond Bank of Industry. Of course, Bank of Industry will, bring the financing perspective, but several arms of government will have to play a role in this. So it's going to be critical for us, how much we engage, how well we engage, with all the other agencies, our supervising ministry, Ministry of Trade and Finance, investment will play a huge role. The Ministry of Finance will play a major role. Ministry of Power, because power is a major burden, on entrepreneurs and SMEs in Nigeria. I was reading a report that says that Nigerian manufacturers have a 30% cost disadvantage compared to manufacturers in other African countries. So right from the blast of the whistle, you're already at a disadvantage. And if we don't deal with that, it's going to be a much bigger, challenge for all of us going forward.
Speaking to the members of the executive of the bank during the introductory meeting, he asks for cooperation and commitment to the goal of the bank.
I can't do it alone. Nobody here can do it alone. No single agency can do it alone. What's important is we need to have collaboration. We need to have teamwork. We must support one another. So, gentlemen, I'm counting on your support, and the next few days and weeks and months will prove to be very decisive. So I'm looking forward to that, because for me it's a national assignment. National interest will be paramount in all my dealings and considerations. Any other interest will only be secondary. I do not think there's anybody in this room who does not have either a relative or distant relation who either is struggling with his business because of lack of funding or is even unemployed. So we all feel the problems. We feel the problems that Nigerians face. And we have this responsibility as executives of Bank of Industry to make a change, to make a difference. Our people have suffered long enough, and I think we need to do whatever we can, in our different capacities, to ensure that we deal with these issues. That is, in a nutshell, my vision. There's a lot more that we need to talk about later on, but just for the purpose of this brief introductory meeting.
He thanked them for holding forth, especially the acting managing director, Mr. Waheed Olagunju. And that's it for this episode of BOI Weekly. Of course, we will be back next week. And of course, we will bring you more stories of industrializing Nigeria. Until then, I'm Amy Thompson.